they outworked us. They played harder, played tougher. They played better than us. That's a disappointment, but we'll take the win. But I think they deserve a lot of credit, the Wagner guys. Bashir had his team ready to go, and I was very impressed with how hard they played. 15 offensive rebounds is just not acceptable. So, am I happy sitting here after a win? Yeah, but we've got to do better. We've got a long way to go. It's a long, long season, and we need to improve in a lot of areas.
A lot of free throws they had were that they missed looked like they wanted it more. They got it again and again.
Yeah, I think those are the 50-50 balls that everybody talks about. I thought the Wagner guys wanted it a little bit more than we did. So that part's disappointing.
Perhaps some of the margin of error when Anthony comes off the floor as early as that, you guys have to go small. I mean, I guess against some teams it works for you, but today it was kind of tough for us.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to stay on the floor better than he did. Actually, one of his fouls was a direct result of one of our student athletes not doing a very good job on the defensive end. He will remain nameless in this room. So it's that kind of thing. It's more of a team concept issue where he was left out to dry, and we can't do that to him but he also needs to play through that. So in the second half, you can't pick up your third foul right away, but you got to be smarter at beating people to the spot.
Coach,
in guys like Jake.
How confident? Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Jake, he had 1-3 that was in and out, but he can make shots out there. Yeah, I'm very confident with a guy like Jake. He's got a lot of experience, and we're starting to get more confident with more guys. But Will did a good job on the one time where he drove it all the way to rim and finished the play. It was a big play for us right there. Handled the ball well. The nice part is we didn't turn it over very much against the team who did pressure. It wasn't like full court pressure type thing, but I thought really pressed up on us because we're certainly going to need that. We're going to need to be as tough as we can be.
Coach, you're off to your first 5-0 start in almost 25 years. How much does depth off the bench help you?
Yeah, I mean, I think our depth is good, and we have some other guys who haven't had quite the opportunity yet, and I will feel confident when that happens for them too. Like Quentin today did a great job in the first half with 2 threes, and I was not afraid to put him back in at crunch time in the second half. So it's what good teams do, and I'm hoping we're going to be good. I don't know how good we are right now. We're winning some games, but we got a long way to go.
Coach, team got off to a slow start today, and then you called that timeout, and it seemed like they got things going on the offensive end. What did you say to them during that first timeout?
Well, I'd like to tell you how brilliant my strategy was there and all of this. We weren't as attentive to details we needed to be. Right from that, Khalid made a 3-point play, and then we made another 3-point jump shot, I think. Stemmed the tide a little bit. But we should have been tougher from the very, very start. And I thought that Wagner just beat us to loose balls, which is, as we've talked about, sort of unacceptable.
Is Dalton still just in a little bit of a funk where he just needs to get some shots?
Yeah, he needs to get more time on the court. That's up to me to find that time for him. He needs to be focused as much as he can be. But I like Dalton a lot. And he's somebody that we're going to have to be counting on very, very soon here, if not on Wednesday. So.
You guys have a balance putting games away against teams like 2,500. Not talk about that. Talk about how it affects, I guess, not the only good guys like Dalton when you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, we've addressed that a lot. We need to do a better job, but we got outworked today. So if we get outworked, we're going to pay the consequences for it, and we did. But I'm hoping that we're also tough enough to make critical shots at critical times. And we didn't do a good job of getting 50-50 balls or offensive or defensive rebounds today. It's one of those things we're going to be continuing to work on.
You can see a new team next week when you play teams like Villanova, Duke, that are step up where you guys been playing so far.
Say that again.
Will you see a new team on the court?
Will we see a new team in terms of body? I mean,
in terms of work, effort, I guess.
Well, I don't know.
When you guys play teams like Villanova.
I hope so. I hope we'll be ready to go right from the start.
How big of a challenge are these next 2 games coming up for your team this early in the year?
Yeah, it's a big week for us. And, obviously, Villanova is a fantastic basketball program, and it's going to be a tough game out there, no question. Duke speaks for itself.
You talked about Quentin. He's probably playing go on. And, what's he showing you just in terms of practice too? I mean, we see him in the threes, but he's getting some minutes and important minutes early on. What's he doing just to get those early minutes that some guys in the past haven't done?
Well, I'd say it's interesting. I appreciate the question. When we recruited him, the thing that we liked the most was he can pretty much get wherever he wants to go on the court. And so he did make 2 threes today, but it's not as easy as it looks to get. Before you can make them, you got to get them. And I think he's doing a good job of fading and spacing to where he knows how to play and he knows how to get over. The other thing I think he's lending to it, he's not making many mistakes on the defensive end. So that's the thing that's kind of separating him maybe from other guys right now. And he's a very good rebounder. He's got great length. He's a very good athlete. And so his future is bright.
Fran, coming into today, in your last game and a half of basketball, you struggled from 3 a little bit, but today the shots started falling a little bit more. Do you worry that the team's a little too, balanced in terms of shooting jumpers from the perimeter and not having enough of a down low presence?
We are who we are. We're not going to change the way we play. And if the threes present themselves, we're going to take them. I feel very confident that our guys can make shots on the perimeter. But we have to get better at the inside game as well. So Anthony's he got a little bit out of sorts today because he's played 12 minutes. He got fouls right away, and we had to take him out of the game. So, but he'll get better, and there was some really good things we did and some other things we didn't do so well.
TJ's play on the court really speaks for itself, but on the bench, he's always one of those first guys up after Will or Khalif makes a big shot. Can you just talk about what kind of leadership he brings to this team?
Yeah, I don't want to play basketball without TJ Galeo, and I mentioned that the other day when he's sharing a lot of time with Will Cummings, but there's nobody up off the bench sooner or louder than TJ when Will does something good. So he's the consummate team guy. I wouldn't want to play too many games without him, and very proud of him.